Well, I'm delighted to welcome all of our international guests and our Australian guests to the Brisbane Plenary of the Committee on Earth Observation Satellites meeting for this year. It's a real honour for Australia to be host and chair of such a prestigious organisation as CEOS. The Bureau of Meteorology, CSIRO, Geosciences Australia. These are three of our great national institutional treasures. And there are similar organisations of enormous global standing represented in the room today. So to all of you, I want to thank you for your work in helping us understand our world. You take the technology of today and you turn it into the benefits of tomorrow. It's a powerful world that we have because of the work that you do. Now, the challenges we face together are enormous. Food security, climate change, weather-related events over and above climate change, the distribution of population near to flood zones. These are issues of fundamental importance. Against that background, the work of CEOS, I have to say, was fundamental to the work of the delegates, the members, the convention that was the Paris Conference. I know I spoke at a CEOS event myself, and what we realised was the message that you had already been giving, and that is that satellite observation of land systems and our great oceans can help provide the solution to climate change. In particular, the great task of avoiding deforestation is a deep personal passion. We know that already there have been significant inroads and steps made through satellite monitoring to reduce deforestation in South America, in Africa, in Asia, but we can go significantly further. And from my discussions with many of the great environmental organisations at the international level, satellite data and satellite monitoring is the key to providing real incentives so we can reforest areas, we can prevent forest degradation, and we can prevent deforestation by accurate measurement. And CEOS provides the fundamental tool. So I want to thank you for the work in managing climate change, but give you a greater sense of power, role and authority going forwards. How we manage our land, how we protect our forests isn't all of the solution, but it's a critical part of the solution, and it's a fundamental element in addressing the great biodiversity challenges as well. If we can provide incentives through UNEP, through the Green Climate Fund, and through other approaches, then that in turn is going to provide the vehicle for protecting, enhancing not just the forests, not just the savanna lands, but also the great mangrove storehouses of the world, which in turn creates the basis for our biodiversity in the oceans. At home, in Australia, what we see is that we're now preparing for the next wave of work and technology that can aid in this ourselves. We're looking in the digital space at national positioning infrastructure to bring perhaps the capacity for our domestic autonomous vehicle systems to reality. 5 centimetres of accuracy brought down from something 100 times greater. That's not just possible in our lifetimes. As you would know, that is possible in the coming years. Similarly, the data cube which we're considering is an extraordinary leap forward in envisioning the Earth in a way which can be used by Australian citizens. And this technology is the same technology we can share. So when you go about your work, I want to acknowledge the extraordinary intellectual input, but I want to give you that sense that what you do matters, because in areas that are affected by hurricane or flood, by drought, your work provides the vehicle, and your work provides one of the fundamental platforms for addressing climate change as we go forward in the coming decades.